Oi, boys, welcome back to another Warriors Career Mode playthrough. We are back with some Game 2 action, the final nines video of the series, and we're in the semi-final here taking on the Roosters, the back-to-back NRL champions. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quietly confident that we can get the job done here against the stacked team. And yeah, we haven't even lost a game yet in the nines, so that pretty much explains our mindset heading into this in what should be our toughest game of the comp so far. And it's pretty much just the same team, jam-packed with backs and at least two forwards in the starting side. Alright, so while the game's on here, there were a couple of things I wanted to talk about. I think by the time this video comes out, you would have noticed that me and Insane series has come to an end. And that isn't a bad thing. We originally agreed to just pretty much play out the regular season while the season was postponed in real life, and it was actually a pretty fun series, eh? I admit we were pretty much just winging it most of the time, just playing against each other online and chopping it up about certain topics, or briefly going over topics that happened during the week, mostly related to footy, and it was real good fun. I didn't expect it to be as competitive as it was, to be honest, but mostly because I haven't played the game in a while. Thankfully, he's not a cheesy player as we go up by 6 points. Forgot to say that. Yeah, thankfully he's not one of those annoying players you run into online often who just play like complete cheese balls. Surely you guys have run into the type of player I'm talking about. The old crabbing cross field, or the constant hot potato passing, or grubber kick spamming. You know, come on, you know. And if you're that kind of player, hey man, I ain't mad at you. Play how you play, I guess, as the Roosters finally score some points through James Tedesco, and they will convert. So yeah, as we enter the sheds for half time, just wanted to give you an update on that series with Insane and I. In terms of total wins, like who got the most wins, he ever since like I think week 2 or week 3 of our comp, he had a 2-win lead, and I just wasn't able to bring that one back. So yeah, for now he has the upper hand. We will be meeting for a future series though, and we'll have like a proper like league type thing, best of type of series, like him and Mr. Luke's series back in the days. And who knows, we might include Mr. Luke, or I might challenge a Mr. Luke. So yeah, it'll be a well thought out series as we retake the lead with a bonus point try. Man, that last try, don't you just love it when their wingers and fullback drop back in goals? Especially when you're around the 20. That just opens up and it gives you a huge lane to the try line as we send it out the back to our captain. 2 tackles remain. We got Chanel Harris-Tavita cutting back on the inside, gets around Tedesco, and we are looking pretty slick here in the second half, running onto its fussy tour, and it's all too easy as we score our 3rd try of the game. I was saying earlier, I was pretty confident heading into this one. Got a pretty tough kick here, but Harris-Tavita will nail it, and we'll go on to face Manly in the final, coming right up. I find it quite fitting that in our last game of the Auckland Nines, or the Perth Nines, we will be facing the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles, who were our first opponents, and it was actually quite an entertaining first game of the series. Unfortunately, we didn't get to play the Sharks because I wanted to show off their jerseys, as Chanel Harris-Tavita, always threatening, throwing a big dummy, manages to crack the line, gets wrapped up on the 30. And we probably could have ran through right there, but Lisa Mau will, and he will send it back inside to Maumalo. That was a beauty of a first try. I think I may have accidentally stumbled across a little ad-lib outside-inside. I'll try to recreate that in a future game. You see, those kind of tries, man, you just can't do on the older versions of this game. as we fueled it with Fusitua with the footwork. Got Chanel Harris Tavita looming on the inside, but that kick is way too deep. It'll give Turbo way too much of a head start as he gets around a defender. It's actually Ruben Garrick on the third as they try to test our short side. And Malmalo's just gonna easily ride him into touch. That was a terrible play. Not as much action as our first encounter. Let's hope Manly puts up a bit of a fight in the second half, because at the moment they are some hot garbage. 2 tackles remain. Tavita running onto it. Ooh, how did that not get intercepted? Green gets pulled down just past halfway, just past the 40. Players dropping back, and we're just gonna try and hit a hole here as Herbert will find space, sends it out to Kato, and a little ankle tap slows him down, and he will get held up as he gets flipped on his back. Another less than average set from the Manly pack. We get the ball back on our 20 as Green hits the hole around the ruck, looks to get a pass away, but we will get collected high. I think a bonus try right here will seal the game for us as 2 defenders get sucked in, and we're able to put Green through a little bit of space. Big hole here in the middle of the field, but we're unable to send the player through as Herbert gets wrapped up. Lawton to Harris Tavita with the dummy, but they don't fall for it this time as he's wrapped up around 15 meters out. Back to Green with players in motion, a beautiful draw-in pass. A great ball to Maumalo, and we're going to just try to dive to the line, but we dive too early, and it results in a knock-on. Some super close calls, but in the end, none of it matters because we will hold that 6-point lead throughout the match, and we'll be crowned the new Auckland Nines champions. A bit of a lackluster finale, but to be honest, Manly just didn't turn up. It was actually a little tough trying to salvage some decent gameplay for you guys, but we will, like I said, be crowned the Nines champions, undefeated might I add. And let's hope we can keep this momentum or this winning streak going heading into the regular season. I will be switching things up during the regular season. Since I can't upload it every day, I do have a plan to get through the season quicker. But as always, if you made it this far into the video, be sure to hit up that comment section with the hashtag OddSquad. Run it straight at that like button for more content. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you
Pull up his wall
later.
Hoodie, rolling with an A, rolling with a boogie. Step to the 165, I'm right there center, Moses Sully. And they ain't never gonna get an A.